Good morning students, this is class 12th maths lecture 6th of chapter 7th. So we will discuss the previous lecture homework. So question 27th of exercise 7.2 is integral of root sin x into cos x with respect to x. Now obviously the derivative of sin x is cos x, and also because sin x is inside the root, therefore we will let sin x as equal to t. Then you will get, after differentiating both the sides, cos x into dx equal to dt. So the integrals become, in place of this, root t, and cos x dx is dt. Now this is equal to t raised to the power 1 by 2 integral is t raised to the power 1 by 2 plus 1, which is 3 by 2 upon 3 by 2 plus c. This is equal to 2 by 3, in place of t put sin x raised to the power 3 by 2 plus c. Now question number 30th is integral of sin x upon 1 plus cos x into dx. So let the denominator as t, because derivative of 1 is 0 and derivative of cos x is minus sin x, and sin x is here in the numerator. Therefore let this as t, so you will get minus sin x into dx equal to dt. So this will now become 1 plus cos x will be t, and sin x into dx is minus dt. Now this is equal to minus log of mod t plus c, and in place of t again put the value 1 plus cos x. Clear? Now question number 28 is integral of cos x upon root 1 plus sin x into dx. So let 1 plus sin x, because it is inside the root, as equal to t. So derivative of 1 is 0 and of sin x is cos x, into dx equal to dt. So the integral will now become root t in place of this, and cos x into dx is dt. So this is equal to integral of t raised to the power minus 1 by 2 into dt. So integral of this will be t raised to the power 1 by 2 upon 1 by 2. So that denominator will be now 2 in the numerator, plus c equal to 2 into, in place of t put this value 1 plus sin x raised to the power 1 by 2 plus c. Now question number 31st is integral of sin x upon 1 plus cos x whole square into dx. So let 1 plus cos x equal to t, because derivative of 1 is 0 and of cos x is minus sin x, into dx equal to dt. Now because sin x dx is present in the integrand, right? Therefore we will let this as t. Now the integral will become integral of t square in place of 1 plus cos x whole square, and sin x dx is minus dt, which is equal to minus integral of t raised to the power minus 2. Now minus, as it is, integral of t raised to the power minus 2 is t raised to the power minus 2 plus 1, that is minus 1, upon minus 1 plus c. Now minus minus will get cancelled, and this t raised to the power minus 1 will be 1 by t plus c equal to 1 upon, in place of t again put the value 1 plus cos x plus c. Clear? Question number 33rd is integral of 1 upon 1 minus 10x into dx. So we will follow the same procedure as we did in the question number 34th. So first of all write down this 10x as sin x by cos x. Now take the LCM, so you will get integral of cos x upon cos x minus sin x into dx. Right? Now take this denominator as equal to t. So you will get derivative of cos x is minus sin x minus derivative of sin x is cos x into dx equal to dt. Now take out minus common from both of these terms. So you will get sin x plus cos x into dx equal to dt. Now we will try to make this in the numerator. For this multiply and divide the integral with 2. Now 1 by 2 as it is, cos x minus sin x also as it is. This 2 cos x can be written as cos x plus cos x, right? Also I am adding and subtracting sin x. Now 1 by 2 as it is, integral of, take this 1 cos x with plus sin x, right? And plus another cos x with minus sin x. Now divide this term with cos x minus sin x and also divide this term with cos x minus sin x. So you will get 1 by 2 integral of sin x plus cos x upon cos x minus sin x into dx, plus this will get cancelled. So you will get integral of 1 into dx. Now this will be, if you will take now this denominator as equal to t, then you will get minus of sin x plus cos x into dx equal to dt. So we wanted this in the numerator and now it is here in the numerator, right? So let this as t, then sin x plus cos x into dx will be minus dt, and this is as t, plus integral of 1 is x, right? Now 1 by 2 as it is, minus integral of 1 by t is log mod t plus x plus c. In place of t, write down now cos x minus sin x, which you let as t, right? So you will get minus 1 by 2 log mod of cos x minus sin x plus x by 2 plus c. Clear? Number 35th, integral of 1 plus log x whole square upon x into dx. As you know, the derivative of 1 is 0 and of log x is 1 by x, which is present in the integrand. Therefore, let 1 plus log x equal to t. Then you will get 1 by x into dx equal to dt. So the integral will now become, in place of 1 plus log x whole square, t square, and 1 by x into dx is equal to dt. So this is equal to t cube upon 3 plus c. In place of t, put this value 1 plus log x whole cube upon 3 plus c. 36th is integral of x plus 1 into x plus log x whole square upon x into dx. So I have told you also that take this x plus log x as equal to t. Why? Because when you will derivate this, it will give you x plus 1 upon x, which lies in the integrand. And this you will get to know that what is to be taken as t according to your practice, right? Now derivate both the sides. So derivative of x is 1 and derivative of log x is 1 by x into dx equal to dt. So x plus 1 upon x into dx is equal to dt. Now the integral will become t square in place of this, and x plus 1 by x into dx is dt. Integral of t square is t cube by 3 plus c. In place of t, again put this value x plus log x whole cube upon 3 plus c. Right? Now question number 38 is 10 x raised to the power 9 plus 10 raised to the power x log 10 with base e upon x raised to the power 10 plus 10 raised to the power x into dx. Now see, the derivative of this denominator is the numerator only. So we will let this denominator as equal to t. Now derivative of x raised to the power 10 is 10 into x raised to the power 9 plus derivative of this is a raised to the power x, where a is some constant. So derivative of this is a raised to the power x into log a. So this is 10 raised to the power x into log a, that is log 10 with base e equal to dt upon dx. So you will get integral as, in place of the denominator you will get t, and this numerator into dx is equal to dt. Now integral of 1 by t is log mod t plus c. So you will get log mod of, in place of t put this value which you assumed, x raised to the power 10 plus 10 raised to the power x plus c. Now we will discuss integration using trigonometric identities. So there are some functions like cos square x, sin 2x cos 3x which can be solved using trigonometric identities. Right now, because we don't know the integral of cos square x, but we know this trigonometric identity that cos 2x is equal to 2 cos square x minus 1. Therefore take this one this side. So you will get cos 2x plus 1 is equal to 2 cos square x, and therefore cos square x is equal to cos 2x plus 1 by 2. Now this integral of cos square x can be written as integral of cos 2x plus 1 by 2 into dx. So this can be written as integral of cos 2x into dx plus integral of 1 into dx. Now you know the integral of cos 2x, which is sin 2x by 2, plus integral of 1 is x plus constant of integration, right? So this is how we can solve the integral of cos square x. Also, to solve the integral of sin square x, you know cos 2x is also equal to 1 minus 2 sin square x. So 2 sin square x is equal to 1 minus cos 2x. And therefore sin square x is equal to 1 minus cos 2x. So learn this formula also. Now if you have to solve the integral of sin square x, then it can be written as integral of 1 minus cos 2x by 2, and it can be integrated easily, right? Also, because sin square x is 1 minus cos 2x by 2, sin square 2x will be 1 minus cos 4x by 2. The angle which will come here is the double of this angle, right? When it is x, it is 2x. When it is 2x, double of this angle is 4x. Now similarly we can say sin square 3x is 1 minus cos 6x by 2, because the angle here is 3x. So double the angle, here it will be 6x, right? Also cos square x is 1 plus cos 2x by 2. Therefore cos square 2x will be 1 plus cos 4x by 2. Cos square 3x will be 1 plus cos 6x by 2. The angle here is 3x, therefore the angle here will be 6x, double of this angle, right? Similarly here 4x, because here it is 2x, right? Now suppose if you have to find the integral of sin square 2x. So sin square 2x we know can be written as integral of 1 minus cos 4x upon 2 into dx. Now this integral can be written as 1 by 2 integral of 1 minus integral of cos 4x, right? Now 1 by 2 as it is, integral of 1 is x minus integral of cos 4x is sin 4x upon 4 plus c, the constant of integration. Now multiply 1 by 2 with both of these terms. So you will get x by 2 minus sin 4x by 8 plus c, right? Now these are the questions in which the power of cos x and sin x is 2. Now if functions like cos cube x, sin cube x are asked to integrate, that is the power of cos or sin is 3. Then there are two ways to solve these types of functions. First is, you know the value of cos 3x, which is 4 cos cube x minus 3 cos x. So cos cube x will be cos 3x plus 3 cos x upon 4. So if you have to solve the integral of cos cube x, you can write down it as cos 3x plus 3 cos x upon 4 into dx. Now solve this, take out 1 by 4 from the integral. Integral of cos 3x plus 3 integral of cos x. Now you know the integral of cos 3x is sin 3x upon 3 plus 3 as it is, integral of cos x is sin x plus c. So you will get the answer as sin 3x by 12 plus 3 sin x by 4 plus c. So this is one method to solve cos cube x. Similarly, we can do the integration of sin cube x, because you know this identity that sin 3x is 3 sin x minus 4 sin cube x. Therefore, you will get sin cube x as 3 sin x minus sin 3x upon 4, right? So integral of sin cube x will be integral of this, and you can easily solve the integral of this function, right? Now the another method to solve cos cube x will be, or sin cube x will be, you can write down this cos cube x as cos square x into cos x, right? Now this cos square x can be written as 1 minus sin square x into cos x into dx. Now if you will let sin x as equal to t, then cos x into dx will be dt, which is present in the integrand. That is, cos cube x can be written as cos square x into cos x, and then cos square x can be written as 1 minus sin square x. Now substitute the sin x as equal to t, right? So you will get the integral as 1 minus t square, and cos x into dx will be dt. Now solve this. Integral of 1 is t minus, as it is, integral of t square will be t cube by 3 plus c, and in place of t now put the value sin x. So sin x minus sin x whole cube upon 3 plus c. So these are the two methods to solve the functions like cos cube x or sin cube x. But we prefer this method. Why? See, if these types of functions are given, integral of cos cube x into sin cube x. Now if you will apply the formula of cos cube x and of sin cube x, then you have to multiply those two terms, right? And it will become typical to solve. But if we'll apply this above formula, then cos cube x as it is, this sin cube x can be written as sin square x into sin x, right? What we will do, we will just keep sin x as it is, and will change this sin square x also in the terms of cos x only, right? So writing this sin square x as 1 minus cos square x. Now this will become cos cube x minus cos x raised to the power 5 into sin x. Why we have done this? Now if we let cos x as t, then derivating both the sides, you will get minus sin x into dx equal to dt, and sin x is present in the integrand, right? Now the integral will become, in place of cos cube x, t cube, and in place of cos x raised to the power 5, t raised to the power 5, and in place of sin x into dx, minus dt will come. Now integral of this will be, integral of t cube will be t raised to the power 4 by 4, and minus as it is. Now this minus minus becomes plus. Integral of t raised to the power 5 will be t raised to the power 6 upon 6 plus c, and in place of t, now again put this cos x, right? So you will get minus cos x raised to the power 4 upon 4 plus cos x raised to the power 6 upon 6 plus c. Now in this question, we have to find the integral of sin 2x into cos 3x. Now see carefully that the angles of the sin and cos are not same. The angle of sin x is 2x and the angle of cos x is 3x. Because the angles are not same, we cannot do the substitution in this question. Why? Because if you will take, suppose, cos 3x as equal to t, then you will get the derivative of cos 3x minus 3 sin 3x. So the derivative of cos 3x will include sin 3x, but we have sin 2x. Therefore, this question cannot be possible to do it by substitution. Therefore, we will apply the trigonometric identity of 2 sin a cos b, which is sin a plus b plus sin a minus b. So this is sin 2x into cos 3x. Multiply and divide the integral by 2. Now 1 by 2 as it is, in place of this we can write sin a plus b plus sin a minus b into dx. Now this will become 1 by 2 integral of sin 5x plus sin minus x into dx. Now this is equal to 1 by 2 integral of sin 5x, and you know that sign of minus x is minus sin x. Therefore minus integral of sin x. Now 1 by 2 as it is, integral of sin 5x is minus cos 5x upon 5, and minus minus will become plus because integral of sin x is minus cos x, and minus is already here, therefore it will become plus cos x plus c. Now multiply this 1 by 2 with both these terms, so you will get this minus cos 5x by 10 plus cos x by 2 plus c. Now question number 3 of exercise 7.3 is integral of cos 2x into cos 4x into cos 6x into dx. Now the product of three terms of trigonometric functions are given, right? So we have to apply the identity of cos A into cos B, right? So you can take any two terms first. I have taken this cos 4x and cos 6x. So the identity of 2 cos A cos B is cos A plus B plus cos A minus B, and here A is 4x and B is 6x. So you will get this equal to cos 10x plus cos minus 2x. Now because we have cos 4x cos 6x, therefore take this 2 on this side, so you will get 1 by 2 cos 10x plus cos 2x, because cos of minus x is equal to cos x, therefore cos of minus 2x will be cos 2x, right? Now this complete cos 2x into cos 4x into cos 6x will be 1 by 2 as it is. Multiply this cos 2x with cos 10x plus cos 2x with cos 2x, which is cos square 2x, right? Now 1 by 2 as it is, again apply the identity of cos A cos B. So you will get cos A plus B plus cos A minus B upon 2 plus cos square 2x as it is. Now you will get 1 by 2 into cos 12x plus this will be cos minus 8x, but cos minus 8x will be cos 8x only, right, upon 2 plus also you know that cos square 2x is 1 plus cos 4x by 2, right? So the integral will now become, see if you will take this 2 common from both of these terms, so it will become 1 by 4 because 1 by 2 is already here. So it will become 1 by 4 integral of cos 12x plus cos 8x plus 1 plus cos 4x, and you know the integral of all of these 4 terms. So it will be 1 by 4 integral of cos 12x is sin 12x upon 12. Integral of this will be sin 8x upon 8. Integral of 1 is x plus integral of cos 4x is sin 4x upon 4, right? Now see question number 4th. Integral of sin cube 2x plus 1 into dx. Now you have two methods to solve this. Either use the formula of sin cube x and in place of x now this complete will come, or you can apply this method, that writing this sin cube 2x plus 1 as sin square 2x plus 1 into sin 2x plus 1 into dx. Now changing this into 1 minus cos square 2x plus 1 into sin 2x plus 1 into dx, right? Now if we will take cos 2x plus 1 as equal to t, then the derivative of cos 2x plus 1 will include this, right? So the next steps I have not done. You have to complete it by yourself, right? So your today's homework is you have to do question 1 to 7 of exercise 7.3. Okay. Now I am giving you hints of the questions. So see, question first is sine square 2x plus 5. Because you know sine square x is 1 minus cos 2x upon 2. So this will be 1 minus cos 2 into, in place of x now this complete, 2x plus 5 will come. So this will be equal to 1 minus cos 2 into 2x plus 5 upon 2, right? And then you can solve it. In question number second, obviously you will apply the identity of 2 sin A cos B, right? Question number third and fourth we have discussed. Question number fifth also I have discussed in the lecture. Now question number sixth, you will apply the identity of sin A into sin B, right? But decide which two terms should be taken first. You can take any two terms. I will suggest you to take these two. In question number 7th, you know you have to apply 2 sin A sin B only, right? So try to do these questions. Okay. Thank you.